Let's be real. The internet is absolutely drowning in AI content right now. Blog posts, articles, social media updates, all popping up in seconds. But here's the thing. If everyone is shouting, is anyone actually listening? With all this noise, how in the world do you make sure your content doesn't just get completely lost in the flood? Well, that's exactly what we're going to figure out.
I mean, really think about it. You've put in all this effort, maybe even spent money creating all this content. But what if it's just out there, gathering digital dust? What if your articles are just floating around in the giant, empty space of the internet, completely invisible to the very people you're trying to reach? Kind of scary, right?
And this, right here, gets to the heart of the problem. AI is a fantastic writing assistant, no doubt, but it is not a strategist. It can churn out words like nobody's business, but it has no idea how to get those words seen. So without a real strategy, your AI content just becomes part of the background noise, just another generic article in a massive sea of lookalikes.
So what's the secret sauce? How do you turn those AI-generated words into actual, real-life traffic? Simple. You have to marry the speed of AI with the smarts of SEO, search engine optimization. This, my friends, is the missing link that so many people are overlooking.
Think of it like this. Raw AI content is just a pile of ingredients. You've got your flour, eggs, sugar, but it's not a cake, right? SEO is the recipe. It's the human expertise that knows how to combine those ingredients, bake them, and turn them into something delicious that people are actually excited to eat. You stop writing about a general topic and start writing for a specific person with the specific need. And the result? You go from being totally invisible to being the very first thing they find.
Okay, so that's the what. Now for the fun part, the how. Let's get practical. I'm about to walk you through the actual actionable SEO strategies you can start using, like today, to make your AI content really shine. It all boils down to this pretty simple three-step framework. First, we do our homework with some strategic keyword research. Second, we add the magic with what I like to call human-centric editing. And third, we set it all up for success with on-page optimization. This is your roadmap. Easy as 1, 2, 3. First up, keyword research. And let's be super clear. This is not about stuffing your article with a bunch of popular words. It's about being a detective. You need to understand the intent behind someone's search. What question are they really asking? What problem are they desperately trying to solve? When you focus on those super specific, long-tail keywords, you get a perfect blueprint for creating content you know people are already looking for. Now, for what might be the single most important step of all, the human touch. An AI can spit out facts, sure, but it can't give you wisdom. It can't share a personal story or that hard-won insight from your own experience. That's your job. You're the one who adds the personality, who makes sure it sounds like your brand, and, critically, who fact-checks everything. This is how you build real trust and authority. An AI can't do that. Only you can.
And finally, step 3 is all about on-page SEO. The easiest way to think about this is you're making your content super easy for Google to read and understand. You're crafting a killer title and description that makes people actually want to click. You're using headers to give the article a clean, logical structure, and you're adding internal links to guide both your visitors and the search engines to other great stuff on your site. These are basically the signposts that tell Google exactly what your page is all about.
So that's the game plan. But why even bother with all this? What's the actual payoff for putting in this extra work? Let's take a look at the results, because they're pretty impressive.
Okay, look at this number, 92%. That's the percentage of all clicks on Google that happen on the very first page. Just let that sink in for a second. If you're on page 2, you might as well be on page 20. You are basically invisible. That's just the tough reality of search, and it's why every single ranking position matters so much. And this chart shows you exactly what I'm talking about. See that on the left? That's your unoptimized AI content, maybe getting a tiny trickle of traffic buried somewhere on page 10. But on the right, that's what happens after you apply these strategies. It's not just a little bump, it's a massive leap in both traffic and rankings. This is the payoff for working smarter, not just faster. And at the end of the day, this is about way more than just charts and numbers. It's about creating content that actually works. Content that connects with real people, that solves their problems, and that drives the results that matter to you. Whether that's making a sale, getting a new subscriber, or building a really loyal audience. So where do we go from here? Well, it all starts with a simple shift in your mindset. It's time to stop thinking like a content producer and start thinking like a content strategist.
If you remember just one thing from all of this, please make it this. Treat AI as your junior writer. You are the editor-in-chief. AI is the assistant. You are the strategist. Your job isn't being replaced, it's being upgraded. You're the one who provides the vision, the experience, and that final polish that turns good content into truly great content.
So I'll just leave you with this one thought. Your competition is already using AI. That's a given. The real question is, are you using it smarter? Because in this new age of AI content, the race isn't about who can create the most. It's about who can connect the best.